Hello guys, I hope everybody is doing good and everybody is able to see me, hear me and see the screen properly. Okay. Hi, this is Ganesh Nayak. We're going to be having a quick short session focusing on the Q&A. A lot of students who are preparing for these exams, okay? Exams like FRM, CFA, SCR. I'm going to have a quick Q&A session for all the students who are going to be preparing for these exams in the future. Plus, if there is any career related query, I can also address that. Okay, we are planning to keep this session for like 15-20 minutes so that anybody who's there in the exam preparation mode and have a specific guidance requirement, they can talk over here, they can put a comment in the chat section. Okay, so I hope everybody is able to see me, hear me and see the screen properly. Right? Everybody is able to see me, hear me and see the screen properly. We're going to be focusing on these three exams as of now, plus the career. Any queries that the students might have? They can put it on the chat section and I'll address by taking their name. Right? Any queries with respect to the preparation for FRM, CFA, SCR exam? If you need guidance, you can put it on the chat section and I'll address by taking your name. So Sankalp, thank you very much for confirming. Q&A. The next exam that is coming up is the FRM May exam. And then you also have CFA May exam and the SCR upcoming April exam. So these are the three main exams that are coming up in the next few months. And I'm assuming a lot of students have started their preparation for these exams. SCR exam, there are like around 10 chapters. Over here, around 95 chapters. Over here, for level 1, there is around 62 chapters. I am now only focusing on level 1. If there is any specific query to level 2 also, I'll address. Sure. Thank you, Sankalp, for the confirmation. Any students, if they have a query with respect to preparation for the exam or any specific guidance, they can reach out on the chat. They can put their comment and I will address the query. Any specific query? Okay, so Sankalp is asking, I am from a mortgage background with an experience of 5 years. How can clearing SCR help me in enhancing me getting into a sustainable finance? Okay, see, if right now the trend in the market, okay, for the emerging risk perspective is climate risk, that is one that is explicitly coming in. Then there is sustainability. And then there is ESG. These are the broader three trends that are there in the market. Now, if you already have an experience in the industry and you're planning to switch, okay, the first thing that any recruiter would look is that, do you have any work experience in that particular domain, which is very tough because you're already working in a mortgage domain. The next thing you will see whether you have any specific certification or learning that you've done. Okay, so if you're focused on sustainability, then SCR exam is good because what will happen, it will teach you the basics, the terminologies and how industry work, what are the regulations. Okay, so especially the regulations, so you will get the basic idea of all the regulations that are there in the market. Okay, secondly, the terms and conditions, terminology that is being used. So when you go for any interview, at least they would know that you're serious. That's the reason you have given the exam. Okay, you have put in your time, effort, and money to appear for these exams, and you're serious about upskilling in that space. Because when you're entering into new domain or new area, the recruiter is more concerned about how you will be able to pick it up. Okay, so from that perspective, SCR will help you, okay, in terms of knowledge, in terms of showing that you're serious about the exam. Okay. Answering to the second query that you have, Santosh Kumar, for May 2025, some important topics to be more thoroughly covered. For level 2, actually I'll be coming up with a video on important topics, important concepts basically for FRM level 1 and level 2. There are going to be 2 videos that we are going to be coming up in this month. So we'll be covering that in detail, but just to address your queries, okay, within the market risk book. So there are like term structure chapters. There are, I think, so 4 chapters. Out of that, the first 2 chapters are important. So focus on that. Then there is volatility smiles that you can definitely go through. Then there is backtesting VAR and VAR mapping. Okay, these topics make sure that you are comfortable with. Okay, credit risk is slightly bigger. I don't even remember the exact name of the chapter, but there are chapters which are focusing on counterparty risk. Okay, I think so there are 4-5 chapters. Make sure that you're comfortable with those 4-5 chapters properly. Okay, because that is where the testing generally happens. Answering to the next query, Sai Akhil, starting the preparation for FRM level 1 in Feb first week. Last week, in which month I should target for the exam? See, it all depends upon how much time you have for preparation. So if you have roughly around 2 hours or 2 to 3 hours broadly, and you're starting in March, so March, April, May, June, 4 months. Okay, August is possible. Okay, but it is slightly close. You can still go for November, but don't push after November, because next year the portion might change, things might be difficult. So don't push beyond November exam. Okay, try for October, try for August. You can start your preparation now, and the August early bird is by end of April. If you're not able to complete 50% or say 60% of the curriculum by April end, then go for November. Okay, Sai, I have answered your query. Pratik, answering to your query now. So I am in first year BCom, and BCom plus CFA is a good choice. Yes, definitely. BCom plus CFA will definitely help you, okay, in your career, but also make sure that which area you want to go into, which area you are more interested in getting opportunity. So generally people do CFA, okay, generally people do CFA to get into, say, equity research roles. Okay, they also do this when they want to get into investment management or wealth management, or else corporate finance roles. So that is the broader area where people actually get into if they do CFA. There are other areas also, but these are the primary areas where you will find CFAs working a lot. Okay, so from that perspective, yes, BCom plus CFA is definitely a good combination. Again, whatever you're reading, once you're done with CFA level 1 or level 2, try to get some practical exposure into it. Okay, Subhashini, answering to your query, I have experience as an MSME and retail credit analyst for 12 years. Which course is better option for me, CFA or FRM? See, it actually, when you look at credit analyst, okay, so CFA will help you in terms of if you want to continue with that similar role or upskill in that credit analyst role, okay, where you're looking at the credit decision making or credit appraisal for a particular client. Say for example, if it is an SME, you're looking at the balance sheet, you're looking at the books, and you're taking a decision, right? If you want to excel, then CFA is a good option. FRM will help you if you want to move slightly into the core credit risk area. Okay, core credit risk area. So if you're keen on that aspect, okay, if you want to look at counterparty risk, country risk, okay, core credit risk, which is slightly bigger domain into risk, then FRM should be your option. Okay, so in case if you still have a query, you can reach us on a WhatsApp number. I'll try to address to you one to one. Okay. Answering to the next query, Alim, sir, due to AI and new technology changing like ChatGPT and DeepSeek, are finance jobs like FRM will be impacted and will there be less opportunities? No. See, technological development has been going. It is definitely going to come in the future. And DeepSeek and ChatGPT that you're referring about, it is going to become obsolete in the next 5 years. There are going to be new technologies. So what I'm trying to highlight is people in these core finance role, okay, it's in the future, it's not just the functional knowledge. Okay, it's going to be functional plus technical, both. So every finance professional is going to move towards that. It is now expected that, okay, because you're a finance professional, you are going to be expert in finance, but it is also expected that you will understand Python, you will understand, say, Power BI or some level of coding. At least you'll be able to read those coding. Then that is where your techno-functional roles are going to be moving. So answering to your query, no, new opportunities will also come where you can work along with your functional knowledge. Ranganath, answering to your query, I have experience of 10 plus years and like trade remitting and trade settlement, it has been very long. I have enhanced my skill. Please guide me. So if you're into core trade related activities, okay, and if you're planning to do some learning, because see right now the roles that you are into, it is more about an operational role. Generally teams have in big investment banks, they have a trade settlement team, trade clearing team and all of that, right? If you want to move out, you should focus on getting into risk, treasury, compliance, these areas where your knowledge of operation is definitely used. Most importantly, you can try to get into operational risk or say market risk, because they need core trade related understanding. Okay, so if you want to upskill, then look for FRM plus do some basic Power BI, because with your experience, 10 plus years of experience, you will be now moving towards senior management roles. So you should know these tools in terms of if you want to give out some report to your senior management, or if somebody is using Power BI and helping you with the report, you should know the basics. So FRM plus Power BI. If you want to move towards core finance role, which is more related to slightly accounting, slightly raising money and all, then CFA would help for you. Ranganath, I have answered your query. Okay. Gaurav, answering to your query, I want to become portfolio manager, which is good for me. See, ideally, if you want to become a portfolio manager and you want to compete at a good level, then combination of CFA plus FRM will be good in terms of learning. Okay, because both the courses do have a flavor of portfolio management. Because when you look at CFA, it is investment management aspect, so definitely it helps you. FRM helps you to understand the risk aspect. So if I'm a portfolio manager, it's not only about taking money and investing, it is also about managing the risk of that portfolio. Okay, so Gaurav, I have answered your query. Sankalp, I learned that there are many green constructions initiatives taken up by a lot of companies in abroad and maybe by India. How can SCR help me? See, what is happening right now in terms of sustainability, Sankalp, the core certifications are very few, and SCR will at least get you the entry in the space. Okay, it will not make you an expert in sustainability, because right now there is no such course available, but it will help you to get an entry into a role which you like. And you're correct, right now globally there are so many things happening. In India, those things or those sustainability related, ESG related things are going to grow, because right now, if I'm not wrong, SEBI has also come out with a report asking the companies that they have to file their sustainability report, listed companies. Okay, so I've answered that query. Next question, how does CFA helps the chances of a certified FRM to get a job in risk management? See, if you already have an FRM, then and you're looking at core risk, CFA is just an add-on. It does not increase your chances as such, because FRM itself is a very good certification for core risk roles. Again, but if you're investing in if you're looking at a long-term window and you're looking to have your career at a global level, then FRM and CFA both will help, definitely. Okay, I've answered your query. Next, what about BCom plus FRM? See, again, BCom, generally, if you look at any specific graduation course, then there is a course called BFM. Bachelor of Financial Management. This you can, if you do CFA or if you do FRM, both will be in sync, because whatever concepts you're going to read in CFA and FRM, they are actually there in your curriculum also. Okay, so from that perspective, BFM is a very good course with CFA or FRM. Now, answering to your query, BCom plus FRM. See, BCom is a very generic course. Okay, it will only make you a graduate, but right now the situation in the market is that you might not get a good job. So to get a good job, you can do an FRM and do it. In terms of learning, your BCom understanding might not help in FRM because the curriculum is very different. So because it's a global course, so slightly different in terms of learning. Sankalp, answering to your query, how can I start preparing for the SCR exam? What all things have to be kept while preparing for the exam? See, there are 10 chapters. You need roughly around 150 hours of preparation. If you're able to prepare every single day with around 2 hours, so maximum 2 months is what is needed, and to prepare for the exam. You will have to solve a lot of questions. Currently, the market question banks are very less. We do have a SCR package which can help you, so you can definitely look at it. Alim, answering to your query, how to start job hunting after FRM and enter into corporate with roles. I've done FRM and I have 10 years of experience as a PSB manager. First of all, if you're coming from a public sector bank, change your CV. Your CV should not talk about explicitly about the public sector bank experience. What I'm trying to highlight is, obviously you're going to be write that I'll work for Union Bank, I have worked for Bank of Baroda. I'm not saying that don't write that. What I'm saying is, when you're writing your description about your role that you were working with, it should give a flavor of risk. Whatever activity you were doing, change it in terms of risk. Mention that what risk component you were tackling, what risk component you managed. Rewrite your entire CV. Okay, and also start reaching out people on LinkedIn. Okay, for guidance. Don't go for jobs. Okay, ask for guidance, and that will help you to at least get some opportunity in terms of, because see, if you're a public sector bank employee or any bank employee, okay, the immediate thing that you can enter into the private sector is NBFC. They have product team, they have a treasury team, okay, and people who are already working in the bank, okay, especially in the credit side, they will easily be absorbed. You can look at the treasury team of companies. There are a lot of companies who have smaller treasury teams. You can get an opportunity over there after doing an FRM role. Why? Because they constantly deal with bank in different products. So having an FRM, having the banking experience will help you. Okay. Next, you can also look at, which I generally tell people, is that you should look for consulting role, and also tech consulting. When I'm saying consulting role, it is your big four, PwC and all of them, because they provide a lot of audit related services or risk management related services to banks. So you can work over there. And if you have a bank experience, it was definitely going to be helpful. Okay. Next is tech consulting. So there are companies like Infosys, Accenture, they provide softwares. Okay. They provide risk softwares to a lot of companies. So having an FRM plus finance background will definitely help you to enter into those roles. So these are the 4 broader areas that ideally you should target your career into. Again, change your CV properly. If possible, get it created by a professional who is working in the finance domain. A proper CV. Don't go for Naukri or these platforms, because they will give you a generic CV. Okay, try to get a specific CV and be very aggressive. Okay, it is going to be challenging, but see, you're going to be changing domain. Whenever you change domain, it is going to be slightly challenging at the start, but once you get an entry, you will be able to get a job. So I had a student, I'm just giving you an example. She was a teacher in a school. She did SCR and she joined a big MNC in Bangalore right now in terms of climate risk. So definitely people are changing their job profiles. Okay. Trupti, answering to your query, I have 16 years of retail banking experience and appearing for FRM level 2 this year. After that, what are the opportunities that you can get in US? See, to get a job in US right now is tough because the market is not good. But secondly, you need to have a valid visa. If all of this is sorted, my recommendation would be to be as close as possible to financial hubs, like for example, New York. Okay, and try to get into a smaller consulting roles or smaller boutique firms first, and then you can enter into bigger firms big banks who are operating over there. Okay. Sankalp, answering to your query, what would be the entry level position for SCR plus mortgage? So you would be entering at an analyst level only if you're getting into a core sustainability aspect. If you want to increase your chances of getting into a higher role, an associate or higher, then start doing some projects, sustainability related projects which can add value to your CV. Okay. I hope I've been able to answer all the queries. Any specific query which is there, which I've not been able to answer, please repost it. I hope everybody is good. Any specific queries with respect to the preparation, exam, your career, FRM, CFA, SCR exam? You can post it on the chat section. Paras, answering to your query, what about FP&A? See, financial planning and analysis is a very interesting domain. Till now, these roles were there in the market, but nobody was talking about it. And these roles, you directly talk to the senior management, FP&A, okay? Because you have to understand the entire business. You have to understand how the revenue is coming, how the cost is moving. Okay, so you are the first point of contact for the senior management about different initiatives in the company, different departments in the company. So this role, the compensation is very good. You get to talk to the top management. So your view about the business is also very good, and chances of appraisal and all of these are also very high. What kind of sustainability projects can I associate myself with? See, you'll have to find your way. There is no specific portal or specific area where you can look for, but yes, if possible, get a ground level role into some NGO who are into sustainability, or provide them with the support on Saturdays and Sundays on those projects, because directly a high level project will be very difficult for you. So try to get into that space and then start doing it. Okay, so easiest thing is get into an NGO and support them. Okay, how long does it take to cover all three levels of CFA? On an average 2.5 years, because the exam dates are not in sync. So you'll have to spend a good amount of time to plan your exam, and assuming if you clear all three attempts, three levels in first attempt, then you will be in a good spot to complete it to 2.5 years itself. Next person, I'm answering the query. Good morning. I was asking about how hard the CFA and FRM exams are, because of these courses are expensive. If I fail once, I can't afford that second time. See, these exams are tough because these exams will help you to get into a career. Because I've seen people who are earning around 3-4 lakhs, and after completing FRM exam specifically, I've seen in the next 3-4-5 years, he has been able to move to 35-40 lakh package. Okay, and getting into a good role, getting into core risk role. So these certifications are valued in the industry. These certifications will help you to enter into good roles where the packages are good, where the people who are going to be working with good. So definitely these exams are tough. Okay, because the exam fees is higher, it does not mean that you will fail. Okay, everybody in the market is looking at these opportunities. You have to look at a particular course. You have to ask yourself whether this particular course is actually going to be helpful for me or not. Second, whether this particular course is specific to the goal that I am looking at. Okay, if these things are matching, then definitely you should go to a course, not specific to FRM, CFA, but any course which helps you to grow in your career. Vinod, answering to your query, I'm planning for financial modeling along with FRM. Is it worth the financial modeling which I generally see in the market? It is more related to credit analysis. So it will help you with CFA, not with FRM. If you want to do something with FRM, do Python. Okay, Python modeling related queries or courses. Those courses with FRM will be very helpful. Barkha, answering to your query, SCR and FRM will work in banking sector, yes. Because right now, immediately you'll not find the benefit of SCR in the banking because banking industry is evolving. But after 5 years, 7 years, and all, you'll find the banks when they're taking decisions, they're looking at sustainability, they're looking at climate risk. So it is going to be their core business. It is going to impact their core business when they're giving lending. Okay, so yes, SCR plus FRM is a good future in the industry right now. I've been able to answer the query. I hope everybody is good. Any specific queries? I'll be there for the next 5 minutes. Any specific query? Okay, so Vinay, you're asking, so if I don't get a job in credit domain and get job related to financial modeling, can I apply for charter and FRM? You can apply, but the area is slightly different. So my suggestion would be don't do that. Okay, credit. If you're interested in financial modeling, then do CFA. Okay, that will be more connected to what you're doing in actual financial modeling and equity research role. Paras answering, BOB is hiring for manager and senior manager's position and they want SCR certified. Good, that's a good role, right? A lot of these banks now they're going to be opening up for FRMs, SCR related roles also. So definitely a lot of opportunities are going to come. Chaitanya, is analyst prep good for solving questions? It might be good, but I've heard that there are few question sets which are available on the Telegram group. I think so they are old, that does not match the exam difficulty level. So if you're referring to that, avoid. Next question, can we use Kaplan secret sauce for revision? You can use, but it is very concise. It doesn't cover the entire chapter when you're revising for the topic. So if your first, second reading of the main book has happened properly, then you can go to the secret sauce. Right? I hope everybody, I've been able to answer the query. Any specific query? If I pursue FRM, is investment banking certification course good for me? If you're already doing an FRM, then I don't think so you need any investment banking certification course as such, because FRM will help you to get a good job. See, investment banking certification courses, most of them which are there in the market are more related to operations. Operation is different and risk is different. Even if you do those courses and you enter into an operation role, you might realize after 1 or 2 years that you have to get out of here because it is more monotonous, more day-to-day work. Then you will do FRM or CFA and then you will move. So it is better that you do an FRM before you do that investment banking course. When I answering to your query, if you have any idea about where I can learn Python, Tableau, see there are a lot of online portals. I've heard about Code Academy being good. Code Academy. It's right now they have made it paid, but the UI and all is very good, so you can definitely learn. But all of these courses will teach you about the basic Python. They will not connect it to finance. That you will have to do on your own right now. Okay. Chaitanya, can retail banking experience help me get an FRM charter? Yes, it can. So don't worry. You just need to write that what all risk related activity you have done and then mention it. So that will help you. Don't worry about it. Rahul, answering to your query, FRM course karna sahi rahega. Everybody is doing it. A lot of people are doing it, but it all depends upon which area of finance you want to enter into. Okay, don't just do FRM only because I want to just upscale. No, you need to have a goal. What is my area of interest? What kind of job roles I'm looking at, and then you try a plan for FRM. Okay. How much minimum time should be kept for revision? 3 weeks are enough. If you're a college student, you can complete the revision in 2 weeks. If you're a working professional, around 3 weeks are good. Yes, 3 to 4 weeks are good. Shiny, answering to your query, I'm already doing a BCom plus ACCA, then I want to do FRM. What's your opinion? See, if you do BCom plus ACCA, it's purely more into accounting side. Okay, if you want to become an expert in accounting, then these two courses are good enough. But if you want to understand the other aspect of the business also, which is risk, okay, then ACCA plus FRM is a good combination, because when you, even if you go into say portfolio management or any of these roles, you have the accounting background, you have the accounting bend, that can be helpful. It is not a direct combination, but yes, it will help you somewhere in the industry, somewhere in the working experience. Chaitanya, I'm referring to the original analyst prep website question bank. My friend has a membership. I have not seen their question bank as such, so I would not be able to comment. Okay, but whatever material that is available in the Telegram group and all, I don't think so it is up to the exam level, because the exam is slightly tougher. Right now, the exam pattern has changed. When I answering to your query, what is the best choice for CFA or FRM after MBA? After FRM, sorry, what is the best choice, CFA or MBA? See, it all depends. If you can leave your job and you can do a full-time MBA, then focus on getting into a top tier college. Okay, if not, then my recommendation is very simple. Then look at CFA. Do your job, get a work experience, and do a CFA along with it. Okay. Answering to your query, I want to start FRM level 2 from April. Can I clear it by August if I study 3 hours a day and weekends 7 to 8 hours? Slightly tough because the number of chapters are high. It is around 103 chapters. So my recommendation would be you focus on November exam. Can an FRM charter holder become a portfolio manager or related to stock market jobs? See, if you can work with a brokerage firm, there is no problem with that if you do an FRM. But if you want to do trading, then FRM is not a good course for trading. Okay. Yes, portfolio managers, people do CFA or FRM and get into portfolio management role also. Yes, Rahul, FRM paper is with MCQ. Okay. There are 4 options and you have to choose one. I am not enrolled for CFA yet. If I enroll this month, what is your advice on when to take CFA level 1 after purchasing? See, if you are planning to do CFA and if you're going to register now, then November or Feb, both are good. Okay, November is also a good time because you have around 7-8 months properly. So if you can dedicate, then easily you can look at it. So don't worry. Right? Any specific queries, guys? I'll be closing the session now in few minutes, and we'll keep on doing similar live sessions in the future, talking about your queries, your confusions that you have in terms of career, in terms of exam also. Will you be hosting an important topic video for FRM level 2? Yes, I'll be putting out a video on YouTube for both level 1 and level 2 in the March month. March, it will be mostly coming by March end. Okay, so I'm closing the session now. So thank you very much for taking out time. Okay, if you guys still have any specific query, you can try to reach out on our WhatsApp number, which is on the screen right now. Okay, me or my team member will be able to help you out. Okay, we'll be able to help you out. Yes. Final queries. Yes, we have opened up the admission for SCR exam for April and October. Can I get a role after FRM level 1? I think it is difficult after level 1. No, you can. Okay, I had one student, he cleared FRM level 1, he got into Kotak risk management team. Okay, Kotak Bank. So it is possible. Finn was answering to your query. If I want to attempt in August, so kitna hours we should give? You'll have to prepare smart, and you need a proper guidance, because you cannot complete everything. Even if you give 4 hours, 5 hours, it is going to be very heavy. So you need a proper plan, proper guidance, and you need to know which chapters to pick up and which chapter to skip. That is how you'll have to do it. Okay, it is possible in August. I'm not denying that, but again, the pressure is going to be high, and you'll have to be smart in your preparation. That is very, very important. In November, you can prepare properly, you can cover everything, do your best shot, and then go for the exam. Chaitanya, answering to your query, how much time do weekends do you need for SCR? If you are preparing every single day 2 hours and weekends 3 hours, I think so in 2 months you can complete everything in SCR properly with solving and all everything. Okay. Finay, specific roles for FRM, more or less risk, credit risk and market risk analyst role. Okay, there are a lot of roles which are into product control team also in investment banks where you can enter into. A lot of people, they also get into treasury roles and risk and policy roles, operation risk roles. So those roles are available. Okay. Yes, you can reach us on our WhatsApp number. Tomorrow we can have a quick chat to understand if we'll be able to help you for this August attempt preparation that you're talking about. Okay, our WhatsApp number is on the screen. Okay, so I'm closing the session for today. So thank you very much, guys, for joining and being a part of this session. We'll keep on coming up with more such sessions in the future so that it is helpful for you to prepare for the exam. Okay, so thank you very much, guys, again.